Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets live zombie chat. I don't know what is going on. I have no idea why my window is still open. I just tried to close last night's chat. Well, let me just explain what's going on here first. Let me see. Is the speaker right? Does it sound normal in my headphones? It does. I guess it sounds okay. Last night we were doing the Comicsgate auction stream. Just normal, just like normal. And all of a sudden, YouTube died. YouTube just collapsed. It died on me. It died on all of us. And we did what normal people would do. We just kind of shut down and said, "Oh well, let's go to bed." And I mean, not together. We didn't go to bed together. We separately. Woke up this morning 6 hours later, and the chat is still going. And there's something like 800 people in there just gabbing. I don't know, trolling the trolling the dead chat. That is what it's all about. That is definitely what it is all about. All right, let me just see what's going on here. If any of you guys came over, I said, well, I might as well. You guys were up all night. I might as well just open up a new chat. It's not something that I was gonna do this morning, but for goodness sakes, that was the funniest thing ever. Here's the worst part. I came down in my underwear to get an iPad, you know, and just to check on stuff. I was going to kind of just sit in bed and just look at the internet, look at the interwebs. I'm really glad my webcam wasn't on. It's like, hey, Ethan, your webcam's on and your chat is still going. Yeah, I came down in my underwear. That would have been embarrassing. That would have been an internet moment. It would have been something that we couldn't, that I wouldn't have been able to get a hold of. That would have become the ultimate meme. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big Daddy Soybeam says, "Hail Zombie Squad, the survivors of the Miller snapping." So what happened? What is this Miller snapping? Did a fake Mike Miller come in and freak out, or did the real Mike Miller come in and freak out? I see that he did a live stream after the auction. And by the way, I think everybody was mad that the stream went down, but it didn't matter because I was like this. Oh, by the end of that, oh my god, oh my god. It's like, oh, we're gonna do a little auction, and then before you know it, you've got 10 people in here, and uh, it took 3 hours to sell two pieces from me. So 2 hours, we did two rounds, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna start. Yeah. Real Mike came in and timed this out. Really? Thunderbird. Thank you, Mike, for monitoring my zombie chat. I appreciate that. I'm glad Mike did that. Nevercold said I missed the entire auction live stream. I know I only got to sell two pieces. I had like 8 pieces lined up. But yeah. I'm only gonna do like 4 guys at a time from now on. I'll just choose. I'll select. No, everybody get mad at me if I did that. Because otherwise, if you fill the room with like 10 people and it's an auction, it goes all night long. It's like a poker game that never ends. It's like a game of Monopoly. Nobody wins and nobody loses, and it goes on. Monopoly never ends. That game, I've never finished a game of Monopoly ever. Laser Duck says, Ethan, you left your last stream on. I can't turn it off. It's broken. I went in there and tried to shut it down, and it wouldn't shut down. So I don't know. I guess it's gonna have to time itself out and die on its own. I mean, after all, you're only supposed to be able to live stream for 8 hours at a time. That's right. The ride never ends. Eric M. Boyd says 2 auction nights a week. Would that help? No, that would be the opposite of health. I only want to do one a month. Mike does them every single week, and it's like, no, it's too much. Once a month is fine, and it's good. I mean, Cubstodon says, "I'm so tired." I can't get more than 6 hours of sleep. I remember getting 8 hours of sleep. I jolt awake after like 5 hours. I can snooze for another hour. I can't get a good 8 hours of sleep anymore. I don't know why. Leodara blames me for breaking YouTube. Yeah. Big Daddy Soybeam says we're long over the 8 hours by now. Is this stream just going to go on forever and ever? That's what I thought. I was like, well, it has been, because I started up the stream last night at 9 p.m. So technically the stream should have probably died at 5 in the morning? We're a little past we're a little past 8 hours. George Peter Gatsis is in the chat. He says, "Morning, Uncle E. Can I get a EVS bump for the lowest goal, lowest back Comicsgate success, Joe King on Indiegogo?" You always can. I always talk about Joe King on Indiegogo. Joe King by George Peter Gatsis. It's like Super Grover. It's a superhero. He's a blue furry monster. It looks like a little bit of fun, so I think you should check it out. Yeah, today's going to be a good day. I'm thinking about renting a limousine tonight, just a car, because I'm taking Andrea out to see Lionel Richie. I never thought I'd go see Lionel Richie. We're gonna have to live stream. I'm gonna live stream me drunk from Lionel Richie when he sings "We Are the World," and I'm gonna dedicate it to Doug TenNapel and everybody from Comicsgate. You guys be ready. I mean, the show starts at 8, so around 8:40, somewhere between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. I'm going to open up the live stream, and we're going to watch Lionel Richie, and I'm in the front row, so you're going to see up his nose. We are going to sing "We Are the World" together, and we're going to dedicate it to Doug TenNapel, because we are the world with Doug TenNapel. Yeah, lately all the concerts that I've been going to are for Andrea. So it's Andrea's choice. But I'm telling you, I'm going to hit her up with Iron Maiden in August. Yeah, she's got to go sit through Iron Maiden. I can't imagine what she is going to hate Iron Maiden. Well, maybe not. I don't know what their shows are like now. Do they have a gigantic puppet Eddie that comes out on the stage and ambles around? That was the best part of Iron Maiden concerts. I wonder if they're going to have an Eddie. Yeah, Andrea won't know what to do about Iron Maiden. She's going to be like, what in the world? I'm just going to have another drink, sweetheart. We're here all night. Frank Einstein says, I'll bet DeBarge is opening for Lionel Richie. Now, if that were the case, there is no opening act that I know of, but if El DeBarge were opening for Lionel Richie, I'd go see El DeBarge on his own, just by himself. I love DeBarge. I love that guy. Slick Rick says the zombie stream is still rolling. It's taken on a life of its own. Gee whiz. Hey, good morning, Black Cap. Congratulations. Black Cap won a really nice Elliot Fernandez piece last night in the auction. Really, really nice. Which DR says, for $2, says, Hail Zombie Squad, survivor of the Mike Purge. Yeah, I want to know what Mike did last night. Did Mike start kicking people out? And Mike does have mod powers. I'm going to make Black Cap a mod. Black Cap, I'm wrenching you. I'm giving you the ultimate power. I'm trying to, anyway. Why isn't it working? Oh, there it is. Okay. Black Cap, you'll now notice that you have a wrench, and you have ultimate power to decide who lives and dies. Yeah. I mean, that is an important responsibility. You have the power of death. You can punish people. You can distribute spankings, metaphorically, symbolic spankings. That's what I've done. Big Daddy Soybeam, Big Daddy Soybeam, I'm sorry, says Mike's crimes must be rectified. Well, that's up to Black Cap. I've just given him the powers to do it. He could do that. Mike tried to tell them the stream was dead and they refused to believe it. Well, everybody else was right and Mike was wrong. Robo Dog says, got the Cyberfrog Salamandroid knuckle cover. Bring that bad boy to the UK as quick as, and then a thumbs up. Yeah, we're working on it. I got to get to work today. Because I have a short day because I got to go to Lionel Richie tonight. So and I'm going, like I said, I'm bringing you guys there. You're gonna watch We Are the World with me. I'm gonna open up the live stream. I want you guys to be aware, and I want you to spread the word. Because when Lionel Richie sings We Are the World, we're gonna sing it together. Because we are the children. We're the ones who make a better day. Me, you, and Doug Tenable. Elliot Fernandez. Elliot Fernandez makes a better day too. Jonathan Lowry says that's his worst song. Well, I mean, it's it is it's something. Did Lionel Richie write that song, or didn't Michael Jackson write it? Ketra Soul White says just back Cyberfrog. Hail Caesar! I just got a notification that somebody backed Cyberfrog. Was that you? Thank you, dude. Last night we broke 100,000. Last night we broke 100,000. It is pretty amazing. Let me look at that. Let me look at Cyberfrog Blood Honey. I'm so proud. I haven't looked at it this morning to see where we're at. Today we're going to try to get it to 101. Oh, we're at $100,586 right now for Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. I'm telling you, that is just astonishing. Just astonishing. I'm just going to keep it rolling. I'm going to keep promoting it. I'm going to keep watering it, giving it sunlight, while I'm working on finishing up the book. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, again, it needs to get, people are like, is it going to get to 1 million? It needs another $250,000 to get to 1 million. I just don't know. I don't know if it has the legs to do that. Not in 6 weeks, but we'll get close to that. I just want to run up the score because there are going to be a lot of kind of big names that come in and try to take the title of the biggest crowdfunded comic book of all time. I like saying that. Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the biggest crowdfunded comic book of all time. So you got to run up the score. Just make sure. Cubstodon says, Caesar slept, zombies protect. Thank you. Thank you, zombies, for protecting everything. Yeah. What an ass, what a bitch, what a cuck says it has the fucking legs, god damn it. Well, I hope so. I do hope so. MDR Jr. says back Cyberfrog this morning. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. Thank you so much. Raggedy Man 619 says don't let Doug go nuts. Yeah, here's the thing about Doug, man. Doug's got a bee in his bonnet. Let's gossip. Let's talk garbage today. Let's start the day off gossiping. Doug's got a whole bee in his bonnet. Never Cold says, did you see that Piccolo guy's Icarus and the Sun comic? It's pretty up there. Yeah. That's the competition right now. That guy is going to hit 1 million. Slick Rick says, when is this new announcement, EVS? I'm signing contracts. I think I'm going to sign contracts this weekend, at which point, you're going to see, here's how things are going to go. I'm going to add a tier. There are going to be 3 new tiers to Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And when you see what the 3 new tiers are, you're going to say, oh, I think I figured out what Ethan's announcement is. And I won't tell you, but I think you'll put 2 and 2 together and you'll say it's 4. I think you'll do basic math and you'll say 2 and 2 is 4. And I'll say, I can neither confirm nor deny. Yeah, we got to get Doug. We got to get Doug back. Doug. Doug. What did Doug do? So Doug got upset. First of all, let me talk a little bit. Let me talk about IndieCron. I don't know what happened with IndieCron, but everyone, when something like IndieCron happens and just declares itself to be part of Comicsgate. I mean, here's what IndieCron is. IndieCron is an aggregate website that is going to collect the information about every Comicsgate supposedly every Comicsgate, Indiegogo, or even Kickstarter campaign. I don't know if they're gonna include Kickstarter campaigns for people that align with Comicsgate, because obviously we like to say, if you're Comicsgate, please, work with Indiegogo. Don't work with Kickstarter, because they're kind of uh they're anti-freedom. They're all about SJW comics, and they as here's the thing about Kickstarter that pisses me off. It's like they kicked your boy Zach's comic. Your boy Zach, he went there. He's For some reason I said we should do Indiegogo, because Indiegogo, it's just a matter of money. Indiegogo takes only 5%, and Kickstarter takes between 6 and 7% of your earnings. So why would we ever go to Kickstarter? We should only go through Indiegogo. Kickstarter is the more well-known platform, but that's okay. We can make Indiegogo more well-known. It's just a matter of better business, and they have better policies. And Zach said, I don't know. I think I want to get my book on Kickstarter. So he put his book on Kickstarter, or tried to. He submitted it. You have to submit your campaign to Kickstarter. Kickstarter wrote him back and said, this doesn't, we're not going to do this, because, we have policies against bullying and harassment, or something like that. And Zach's like, what are you talking about? Like, this book is not about this. It's a book about former superheroes fighting a giant monkey. I think that it's okay, and please review it again. And they just wrote back and said, we've reviewed it a second time, and F you, essentially F you. So I gotta stretch my leg here. So anyway, Zach launched on Indiegogo, and of course he had a tremendous success. But I've never forgotten that. And then when I launched my Cyberfrog Blood Honey comic, I didn't even go to Kickstarter. I haven't really been seeing a lot of tremendous successes on Kickstarter. Stringfellow, thanks for $5. Never forget Zombie Stream. I hope nobody ever forgets Zombie Stream. But I haven't been seeing a lot of big successes on Kickstarter. I see a lot of tiny little, mild squeaking by campaigns. I mean, you're looking at like a huge one right now with Kwanzer's and Jamal Eigel's White. That campaign should be hey, look, if that were a Comicsgate campaign and we were backing it, we were supporting it, let me just take a look at this. This thing would be up around 150,000 right now. If this had Comicsgate might behind it, this campaign, there's no reason why, aside from the fact that the subject matter is transparently racist, and we don't really like that. We don't like politics, so this could never be Comicsgate. But this book would be at about 150,000, just due to the amount of press that it's gotten and everything like that. It's on Kickstarter. It's not Comicsgate. It's going to hit its goal. He's got 8 days left to go, and they've managed to raise $35,218. Now, that is look, it's going to succeed. It's going to hit the goal. I think it's going to land at 45, because the last few days are always like a big push. But look, it's not that great. You know what I mean? Kickstarter's not that great. So in any case, I launched Cyberfrog Blood Honey the first time around, and Kickstarter, which claims to have a rigorous review policy, like you have to turn in your project, they have to review it and make sure it's okay. Somehow, a cloned version of Cyberfrog Blood Honey shows up on Kickstarter. A fake version of my campaign, a bootleg version of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, shows up on Kickstarter and starts collecting. It didn't collect very much. I think it collected about $40 from people who didn't understand that it was fake. But why did Kickstarter approve that? What was that monkey business? I mean, what was that monkey business? Hold on. Had to clear my throat. Why was it that if Kickstarter does have a rigorous review policy, why wouldn't they look at this and go, hey, you're not Ethan Van Sciver. Hey, this campaign is already running over on Indiegogo. You're a fake and a fraud. No, Kickstarter's review process is obviously biased. It's not real. It's fake. And they either knowingly tried to scam our customers, or they just don't pay any attention whatsoever and let absolute garbage come through. And evidently that's what happened. I mean, it is monkey beeswax. Yeah. All right. So in any case, back to Indiegogo and Indiecron. So this review aggregate site that's being built up by a few gentlemen, and they're kind of fighting over who's built it, and it's they're like all of this is like building up a Wild West town. You know, it's like building up Deadwood. People died, building up Deadwood. It's like that's my favorite show. And by the way, the trailer for the movie just hit HBO. I was like, yes, yes, more Deadwood. It's coming out like May 19th or something like that. So soon, I can't wait. But in any case, yeah, like a lot of people taking credit for this, taking credit for that. I can't work with this person. I can't work with that person. It's pretty bitchy all around. It's all pretty weird. I'm staying out of it. But some people can't stay out of it. And Doug TenNapel got upset when a fellow named Brad Ashworth was gate kept. Evidently, he was gate kept. Raggedy Man 619 says JDA went back to Kickstarter. I saw that. Yeah. Well, again, let's look at results. And so Doug got very upset about it. He got very upset on behalf of Brad Ashworth, and really said, "I'm going to burn Indiecron to the ground." Said some extreme stuff. Doug's got a temper on him. Just because Doug looks and sounds like an old hippie doesn't mean he is. Like, Doug's ready for war. He's the dog. It's the Dougs of war. He's unleashed the Doug of war. If he needs to, he will do that. And that's kind of what he did. And he got, he started yelling at people. He was really standing up for this guy, Brad Ashworth, that I don't even think he knows. I don't know who Brad Ashworth is. I just met him because of this. But he felt it was very unfair that Brad was being kept out of Indiecron. Now, let me just say one thing about that. Who cares? Indiecron is going to be a valuable resource, I guess, to people who are like, hey, I have a lot of money and I want to back Comicsgate projects that I haven't heard of, and so now I'm going to be able to go through and look at all this stuff. I just don't think there are too many people like that. I think people listen to a pitch. I think people want to respond to promotion. And people, the thing about doing a crowdfunded campaign is you got to get out there. You've got to market yourself. There's no shortcut to this. Indiecron is not a shortcut to success in crowdfunding. Just not it's not a shortcut. You can't just place your campaign somewhere and then amongst a bunch of other campaigns and expect that it's going to do anything for you. It probably won't. That's my opinion. Some people are going to go, well, no, it has and it will. Okay, all right. I don't think that's anything that it's nothing to fight over. It's very simple. People say like, and like, how do I lose weight? How can I lose weight? Well, diet and exercise. You have to diet and exercise. That is how you successfully lose weight. That is how you get in shape. You want to know how to get in shape? Diet and exercise. And then people don't want to hear that. People go, yeah, but there's got to be something else. Is there a pill? Is there something that I can do while laying on the couch and watching Family Feud reruns on the Game Show Network like I do? No. I know you think there's got to be an easier way to do it, but there's only been one real way to lose weight and get into shape, and that is diet and exercise. And it is painful. It's nothing that it's daily effort. It is daily effort every single day. If you want to get into shape, you have to diet and you have to exercise. And people don't want to hear that. So people look at successful crowdfunding campaigns, these creators, and they say, how do I do it? And you go, okay, well, I'll tell you how to do it. You need to spend about a year building up a platform, and you have to work every single day at it. Every single day. You have to be entertaining. You have to be engaging. You have to win over an audience of people who really like you and want to hear what you have to say every day. You have to do that. You have to build up your own platform. It takes a long time, and it's a lot of work, and you can't just not do it. Now, I use YouTube. So does your boy Zach, because I think it's the most fun. YouTube is the most engaging form of social media there is. Absolutely love it. Chewbacca Goldsberg. Oh, that's nice. Says, all right, I got it. Thank you. Thanks for $2 though. you have to actually do that. You have to actually put your time in. And people just don't want to do it. They want a shortcut. They want to piggyback off of somebody else's platform. And then there's this idea of building up an aggregate review site that's gonna solve all of this. Well, who's going to promote IndieCron? Who's going to talk about IndieCron, and who's going to let everyone know to go to IndieCron? Somebody's got to do that. There is no shortcut. You either take the long way around and devote yourself to, building up your own means of doing, of selling your own ideas, and it is a lot of hard work, or you won't succeed. There is no shortcut. I promise you. Comicsgate will help. I mean, if you're Comicsgate, obviously you can piggyback off of this channel every now and then if your campaign is good. But what if I decide I don't want to do that anymore? What if I decide that I don't want to have other people on my show? That could happen anytime. Grand Inquisitor, thanks for $5. Uncle E, been getting a lot of old vids of you from 912 con interviews in my YouTube feed lately. You looked very nerdy back then. Hail Caesar. I still look nerdy. Yeah. Yeah, so you gotta do it. So in any case, hold on. So let me clear my throat again. Okay. In any case, this is nothing to fight over, and I think that's caused some conflict. I would like Doug to, I don't know, not worry about it. Yeah. Hold on, one more time. I'm getting over being sick. Sucks. Exactly. Uncle E says Warren JB. Sierra Whiskey says people need to put in the work. And Yodio says, can everyone just get along? Ideally, yeah. I would love it if everyone would just get along. But there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of people with, a lot of ambitious people out there. SV says diet and extra pies. That doesn't work. If you, if you diet and eat extra pies, that doesn't work. I had Italian food yesterday. You can't do that, man. My body can't do that anymore. Some people want me to talk about methamphetamines a little bit more. I don't know anything about it. FP Sunny says, do comic pros get laid at cons? Oof, that's a whole thing right there. I would say that yeah, some do, and you never should try. You should never try. You do not want to do that. That is a whole, the way things are right now with Me Too, and people just kind of saying, "Hey, no, don't do that." It's a bad idea. Yeah. It's best. Yeah. Again, that old thing. Don't S where you eat. There's a little bit of truth to that. I mean, some of these guys were chasing down girls at conventions, and now look. You ask Vic how that works out. Exactly right. Great point. Moot point. Not a good idea. It's just a bad idea to do that. All right, so we gotta bring Doug TenNapel back, and I think the way to bring Doug TenNapel back is to sing "We Are the World" to him with Lionel Richie. Now, all of Comicsgate needs to sing "We Are the World" tonight, probably around 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Raggedy Man 619, thanks for $5. I like Nasser, but I find it annoying when he shills for his non-Comicsgate friends' projects. I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him do that. Not once. Yeah, I have to say, when people go over to Kickstarter, I immediately don't want to help them. I don't understand why you would go to Kickstarter at this point. If you are friendly to Comicsgate in any way, going to Kickstarter, I don't get it. I just take it like the wrong way. Evan von Scriber says, Hands Across America. Well, that's the thing. We were talking about Hands Across America with Doug and how it would be a terrible idea because somebody would have to hold Doug's hand. That would spread, streptococci across the country instantly, just in one long string. Like if everybody was holding hands across America and at any point in that line, Doug TenNapel was there holding hands, sickness, instant sickness, group A streptococci. It's awful. Dale Power says people go to Kickstarter because they don't know, which is fair. Even a supporter has limited time to learn all the secret rules. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kickstarter, I think, is the more when people go, I'm gonna launch a Kickstarter. We started, it's kind of like saying, hey, I need to make a Xerox. Xerox is a brand, or I need a Kleenex. Kleenex is a brand, but it's just come to mean tissue. And Xerox has come to mean photocopy. And I think Kickstarter has come to mean crowdfund campaign. But we're trying to, I'm saying launch an Indiegogo. I'm saying Indiegogo all the time. Now I'm trying to get that into people's bloodstream a little bit more. I understand why I guess I do understand why people would just, stumble onto Kickstarter. But I look at the Kickstarter projects and I just don't see overwhelming success. I do want Kwanzaa to succeed though, because I want Zach to make more videos. I swear to God, I watched 2 Kwanzaa videos by Zach in a row yesterday while I was working. I loved it. I love when he talks about Kwanzaa. Absolutely love it. Cleveland Brown said Kwanzaa made more money in Kickstarter than Ed Benes. What a joke. Yeah. Integer Spin said, is Matt Weldon the next Kanan White? Yeah, Matt Weldon is really good. Really, really good. Optimus Deadpool says, the issue is people have seen these video games get crowdfunded in the millions. They think it can translate for them. I think comics do better on Indiegogo than Kickstarter. Yeah, I mean, again, we're making them do better. I don't know if they do better. I don't know if overall they do better. But we kind of make them do better. Listen, if we went to Kickstarter, if Comicsgate went to Kickstarter, it would, Kickstarter would notice an uptick in their comic sales. But we're choosing to do Indiegogo, and Indiegogo is great. I mean, they've been really good to me. They're open, they're communicative. I don't really have a problem with their rules. It all seems like a pretty good company. I hope things don't change, but if they change, we'll just adapt and we'll figure it out. Yeah. Captain Cheerio says zombie diversity is our strength. Simple Green says a comic is never going to pull in what some of those video games do, but EVS hasn't sold out to Epic yet, so mixed bag. We could do it. I mean, look, a comic book could do it. It's just, how do you get anybody to buy anything? You just have to let them know about it. You just have to tell more people. There's an unlimited amount of people out there. Why can't I get the microphone where I want it? There's an unlimited amount of people out there with an unlimited amount of money. And, my comic book costs $25. I just have to tell more people with $25 about it. That's about building your platform. That's just about getting your platform bigger, having bigger audiences, more fans, reaching more people and telling them. That's all that is. So it is quite possible that a comic book could sell what a video game sells. It's possible. 7 billion people in the world, and most of them would buy a comic book. I think that comic books, this is the thing about the comic book industry that's astonishing to me. You can sell a comic book to anybody. You can sell a comic book to anybody. Everybody likes comic books. Trevor Wright, thanks for $10. Why is Doug getting a free pass from you on attacking fans for a second time? If he was a Marvel writer, there would be a video shredding him to pieces, wouldn't there? Ooh, that's a good point. You want me to kick Doug's ass? Yeah, I'll do a video just shredding Doug for this. It's like, this is the second time he's called his fans SJWs. People like Doug. People really love Doug. And people are disappointed. But yeah. Um in any case, yeah, you couldn't sell a comic book to Stevie Wonder. But you look at the failure of the comic book industry right now, the disastrous numbers, the fact that comics just feel unappealing and flat. I mean, it's infuriating. Let me show you something. Hold on a second here. This pissed me off to no end. And I'm really tired of this. Let me just show you what a Marvel comic cover looks like these days. And just ask yourself, like, what exactly is the purpose of this? All right, let's share. Screen share. Boom. Blow this up. Uh Now here's this drawing itself is okay. It's not great. It's not great. But let's just look at this cover and let's just say who is this for? This is Avengers. This is an issue of the Avengers. This is the front cover of the issue of hey, it's Captain America and Spider-Man. And they're out for pizza together. And they're with Riri Williams, who, by the way, has an enormously fat ass all of a sudden. And she's got a haircut like James Brown. She looks really creepy and weird. She's wearing her Iron Man costume. And she's sitting here next to a really skinny version of Captain Marvel. They're all eating Chicago pizza, deep dish pizza with forks. What is the drama on this cover? What I can't wait to see who finishes their pizza first. What is this? This is a Marvel comic in 2019. You've got people who are I would love to psychologically analyze what is going on with the comic book industry right now. This book doesn't sell itself. This cover does not sell itself. There's Doctor Strange. There's a picture of Doctor Strange on the wall. Ha! Up here, there seems to be an old Iron Man and a Thor. They're on. God, this makes me mad. I mean, this is we've got a contest right now in comics. Smelly Negro. All right, enough. And I'm kicking this dude. Hide user. All right. Yeah. Those of you who have mod powers, watch out for people like that. They're just trying to hurt the channel. We got to stop those people. All right. Look. What it is everybody's trying to out cutesify each other. Everybody's look how cute. Now, Captain America out for pizza with Spider-Man. They're out in public together. Why is Spider-Man out in public like this? I don't get that. Spider-Man, he's supposed to be feared and he's a menace. Yeah. SV says Thought Shield was a wheelchair wheel, new comic idea. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, this is the state of the industry right now. We've got people who are being cute. Like nobody is remembering what it is that sells comics. The comic book industry is in the toilet. These books are selling like garbage right now. 20,000 copies. 20,000 copies between 20 and 30 is actually healthy these days comparatively to other books. And this is why. Like, who is this for, man? I could talk about this all day. Who is this for? Oh, I want to watch these characters, by the way. Look, here's what we're learning. We're learning that these two characters, gigantic SJW characters, Captain Marvel and Riri Williams, two terrible characters, get to hang out with Marvel's two biggest characters, Captain America and Spider-Man. They both look like clowns, crammed into a booth eating pizza together in public, like cosplayers. This looks like a cosplay scene. This looks like something that you'd see walking around getting ready to go to a convention in the morning. They're at breakfast in the hotel, all ready to go to the con. It's silly. It's just silly, and it just doesn't sell comics to normal people. Normal people want to see characters, heroic characters doing exciting, amazing things, and we're just not, we're just not getting that anymore. And the sales reflect that. No, everybody's being ironic, everybody's being funny, everyone's being cute. Nobody just wants to go for it and say, "Look, I want to do Captain America looking as badass as he can possibly look." It's an Avengers book. I want to do the coolest Spider-Man cover I could ever do. Got too many people who are just fucking around, man. Just screwing around. It's mundane. And we know what happens to mundane people. Integer spin, thanks for £2. It's for Donald DeLay. No pineapple in sight. Well, that is true. There's no pineapple on the pizza. These are the people that are ruining comics. These are the people. I mean, it's like I can sell a comic book to anyone. I don't think I can sell that to anyone. I can sell an exciting, cool-looking book to absolutely anyone. And let me tell you something. I mean, an autographed copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey with a nice chromium shiny cover. You could sell that to anyone. And that's what I expect. That's my attitude. Good comics, people want them. People will try them once anyway. You can sell one of them. Can you sell two of them? It has to be good. Grandmaster Enclave says Rom the Space Knight would wipe the floor against all these SJW characters. Remember Rom? He had a toaster oven for a head. Metatron's Cube says Peter Samedi is just $4,000 away from launching Alterna distribution. Down with Diamond. Yeah, maybe I'll have him on. Sierra Whiskey says, can't wait for all 3 chromium covers I bought. Whoop, hold up. Hold up. I'm not sure that this new one is chromium, Sierra Whiskey. Now that we're at 100,000, I'm going to run a poll. Some people said I'd rather have this book with a spine on it. I'm going to run a poll on, I don't know, Twitter or YouTube. I'm not really sure. Chris Chambers says, I've seen Archie comics with more dynamic covers. Well, what do you guys are saying chromium? Here's the thing about chromium. Chromium doesn't bend to give it a spine. It can only fold in half. It can't fold. This is what they told me. It can't fold twice because it cracks. So, you either get a regular book with a spine on it, or you can have chromium. It'll look like the other ones. I'm not really sure. Matt Svilar says, I'd rather have a spine. Yeah. I like my comics like I like my women with a spine. Me too. I love women with a spine. I hate invertebrates. Oh, it's Saturday today. I forgot about that. It is Saturday. It's the weekend. I'm going to make bacon. I'm going to go upstairs and cook bacon and eggs. So far, everyone seems to be doing, everybody's saying spine. Dale Power says, can't they do a hardback and spine with a chromium cover? No, that was not offered to me. And I don't want to do anything hardcover. I don't want to do anything hardcover here. Not until we get to the final product. The final product is the compilation of all Cyberfrog books. And I have, I've been given a pretty convincing argument that Cyberfrog doesn't need to just be 4 books. It needs to keep going. That's a pretty good argument at this point. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. I didn't think I would. When I said Cyberfrog, to tell you the truth, when I said Cyberfrog was just going to be 4 books, I was ready to quit. I was ready to quit comics and do something else. But I don't feel that way now. I'm having fun. I'll show you what I'm doing. Where's my page? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is my favorite thing ever. This is today's page that I'm working on. Heather got a tattoo. I love Heather's tattoo. She's like, I got you tattooed on my back. Cyberfuck's like, that doesn't look like me. It looks nothing like me. Well, it was she drew it, you know. That's the cover to Cyberfrog #1. So now what I've done, this is how meta I've turned this. Walt Simonson's cover to Cyberfrog #1, which I can't find around me here. I thought I had a copy nearby. But Walt Simonson's cover to Cyberfrog #1 is actually a close-up image of Heather Swain's tattoo now. Yeah. She's 18 years old. She's like, this is a nightmare for a parent, by the way. I went and I got a tattoo. And then you're like, oh my God, child. You got a huge tattoo on your back. Evelyn Bohr says, EVS, if you don't kill the zombie stream, your notifications may not go out anymore. I don't know how to kill it. You know? Yeah. Thunderbird said, I thought actually starting this stream would kill the other one, but I guess it hasn't. Thunderbird, thanks for $7.99. Says, hey, EVS, I got to go. So here's a tip for the road. Hail Comicsgate, hail Zombie Squad. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. All this money's going right to the house. I went yesterday. Yesterday we had to do inspections on the house. It's so, dude, I can't wait to move in. I showed your boy Zach. He's like, it's a mansion. It's not a mansion. But Zach is just like, I think Zach wants to live in a tent. Zach's like, I could live in a tent in Africa somewhere. And, so everything to Zach is a mansion. The house is looking great. It's just great. We had to go through and find, inspections and, there could have been all kinds of problems like air conditioning and no, one of the, it's like one of the stones in the fireplace has a crack in it. We're going to get that fixed. We're going to insist they fix the crack in the fireplace. What else is wrong with it? One of the, let's see. Not much. It's all like that, Not a big deal. Robert says, where would you recommend living in New Jersey? Just anywhere in the South. I don't know if I could live anywhere. I think I'd live probably like in Egg Harbor Township. I mean, it's really nice over there. It's near the beach. You're close to Atlantic City without being in Atlantic City, which is Atlantic City you don't want to be in unless you're in a casino. If you're in a casino, then it's all good. And I'm going to a casino tonight, and I'm going to win. I told Andrea this. I'm going to win tonight at the casino. I never do. I haven't been winning lately, but that's because she rushes me. When you're playing blackjack, you need to sit down and you need to take your time. If you feel like you're going to get rushed, then you just blow it. You go, okay. Well, I might as well put all my money down on this one hand, and then you lose it. Ben Davis, thanks for $5. Are you still pursuing All Caps Comics? Yes. Or is Indiegogo the future for quality comics? Indiegogo is the future for crowdfunding comics. All Caps Comics is coming. And you're going to find out about something pretty big. That's what I'm talking about. People are like, hey, Ixel Pierce, thanks for $1 tip. I appreciate it. And another $1 tip. Thank you, Ixel Pierce. Appreciate that. The thing about it is that, people were saying you need to team up with Vox Day because Vox Day has structure. He's got a structure. I have structure. Trust me. Trust me. People are going to cry, SJWs are going to cry. There's going to be a whole big outpouring of, sobbing over this. Cyberfrog cartoon? Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Iwazaru said, what the heck ever happened to Mitch? Mitch is working on his book. I went to look at his Facebook the other day. Mitch is just laying low. Trencher 1375 says cancer and venoms also have a structure. Yes, they do. And that's exactly what I mean. Just kidding. Yeah, I was looking at Mitch has some pages up that are just amazing for Red Rooster. I mean, really, really beautiful. Like the amount of depth, the colors. You know, he and his wife are both working on Red Rooster, and it has to be good. I think it's due. He said he was going to put it out in April. I don't know if that's going to happen. I talked to Mitch briefly, just briefly a couple days ago. Tinfoil Hat says, Hail Caesar, and thank you for opening up Cyberfrog again for those of us who missed it the first 2 times around. Backed it on Thursday. Thank you, Tinfoil Hat. Thank you. If you guys haven't backed Cyberfrog Blood Honey yet, the link's in the description. Don't miss out this time. I mean, you know, you've got plenty of time. It's going to be open for like 6 weeks. But do back it. Back it at the best tier that you can get. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be adding a couple of more perks to it in the coming couple of weeks, I guess. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but they're going to be new opportunities, new things to sort of buy that'll hopefully push it, you know, a little bit further, a little bit of propellant. You know, it's going to be pretty exciting. Yeah, Vic Mignogna for Salamandroid animated version. I wouldn't be against that. Immortal Coil says, what does Cyberfrog sound like in your head? You said Philly accent, but what timbre? But he's got a kind of a deep croaking kind of voice, you know. He sounds like he sounds like he's got a frog in his throat. Muerta Enunciata. Wow, thank you for $5. Invertebrate women tend to be crabby. See what I did there? Yeah. Dennis Leary. Yeah, I mean, somebody said Dennis Leary. You know, I used to think the Jerky Boys. You know, I would always hear Cyberfrog's voices like, you know, hey there, tough guy. You know, kind of like that. But Dennis Leary works. Same kind of thing. Yeah, same kind of thing. John Malin says, like the guy who did Chocolate Rain. Remember that? Chocolate Rain. No, not like that. That's too deep. That's very deep. But yeah, I would like it if like it would be really cool. I would like to hear it. I don't know if it would work or not, but it would be cool if there was like a subtle kind of, you know, undercurrent of croaking when he spoke. Like he'd have a voice, but underneath it would be the kind of the ribbiting kind of noise. I don't know. Like layer that into his voice. It'd be cool. I'm excited about it. Sierra Whiskey says if you don't back Cyberfrog, you're going to regret it. Well, I mean, you know, people did regret it. That's why we opened it up again. No, not like Kermit. He wouldn't sound like Kermit Rex. I don't think so. You know. Yeah. All right. So with that, I think I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna see if I can try to take down the zombie stream, and I guess I'm gonna have to delete it, which sucks because it's a, you know, maybe I can edit it or something. Maybe I can trim out all the extra nonsense and just keep the auction up there. You know, we'll see. Yeah, playing card on spokes. Black Cap says no. Yeah, I want to make breakfast. I'm hungry. I don't think I ate anything last night. I don't think I ate dinner last night. And Andrea cooked all these steaks. They're in the fridge. I could have steak and eggs for breakfast. That's the way to begin a day. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you for the super chats. Please support Cyberfrog. If you haven't, go back it. Let's see if we can get it to 101 today. And continue to make these SJWs cry, which is what they're doing. I'm going to finish this page here with the tattoo. I love it. Absolutely love Heather Swain. I love Cyberfrog together. It's fun. All right, guys. See ya.